Ascension Airlines, and how did it come to be? How, um, even how did we reach out, or how did you reach out to me? Because I'm still trying to. It just happened so fast, and here we are.
Yes, so I will first give thanks to Instagram, not sponsored, but I just want to give thanks to Instagram for the algorithms of how everything works on that, field and really the world of social media. If we can really use social media for things like this for community and
Hmm.
just communal based uh, movements such as ours, we can really genuinely make great things. And I don't believe in coincidences. However, I do believe in destinies. I believe that, people are destined to meet some way, somehow, and with forces unseen, and the fact that life led me to you, I realized that there was something there, something along the lines of a potential business partnership, especially with the mindset that you have and the credibility that you have. It just goes a long way. It just made sense to me. And going forward after we started talking, somehow I don't know, I don't even know how we started talking, but
I
I'm
have no
not complaining
idea.
either. I'm not complaining.
All right.
Everything just kind of clicked into place, and once I introduced the idea to you, I didn't know how you were going to take it. The fact that you even wanted to be a part of it just clicked a lot more things into play for me. So with that being said, talking about the airline, well, there's so many great things, both so many great ideas both me and Teresa have for you. We won't say all of them just yet because we don't really have much time.
Hmm.
That's going to be at a later date for all of you guys. But I will say that the experience, it's all about the experience when it comes to flying. The experience of flying in an aircraft. Most people are anxious. Most people have headaches. Most people have X, Y, and Z when it comes to being in an aircraft, especially anxiety.
Hmm.
We plan to change that in ways that will make passengers not afraid of flying. We have a lot of amenities that we are happy to talk about, and amenities in which has the potential of bringing back people to flying again, or even to the point of introducing flight to people who have never flown ever. I remember
Hmm.
this one time that there was a kid that never flew an aircraft, and me being a flight attendant, I realized that there was work to be done in making this kid enjoy flying after the recent amount of incidences that people are afraid of, which understandably so. There's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to flying. It's the most safest thing ever. And compared to in a car or in a boat, people may still be scared of those statistics, but there's really nothing to be afraid of. When I introduced flight to the kid, he never stopped looking back at me. He started to smile. He was not afraid of flying at all. And he even considered being a pilot after that experience. So it's little things like that a flight attendant can do in an aircraft for the experience, right? It's all about the experience to ensure that we have a great flight, a great experience, a memorable experience for all people, including from kids to elderly to the disabled, everybody. And that's something that I learned as a flight attendant. I learned that although things aren't exactly perfect in the aviation industry in terms of servicing, no matter who you're with, there's still work to be done. There's still more things that can be incorporated in flight. And this is all a part of making aviation evolve into new territories of service. And that's something that I plan for us to do and for us to introduce to the world.
So beautifully said there, Randy. Um,
Thank
I'm sorry, give me a minute here.
you.
I have a lag on my computer. I hope it doesn't mess up. But I'm just hearing you. And this again, it is your vision, it is your passion, it is a conviction that you have, it's your experience that really drove me and connected me to you. I'm just remembering us. Our first connections had nothing to do with, oh, let's start an airline. It was more about the flying, you know. I think even during that time is when I really started flying more and I was able to share it, with my following. Um, and I've mentioned to you from the beginning, it was just a passion that you have, the drive that you have. And I'm always, open to guidance from the universe, God, higher source, that whoever, is, in my path. Again, this is not coincidence meeting, right? It is a distant connection for many, right? For many of us, we're finding our soul family again and we're coming together to really
Mhm.
create a new earth paradigm, which, like, again, Ascension Airlines would be just that, creating a higher vibratory experience for the flyer, for the user. um, and that really got me excited because what we have planned is there's nothing like it out there right now, right? No aviation has the ideas that we have. We're thinking about, we were just sharing about EMF protection, making it more spacious, making it very personal, intimate. It's very exciting things, right? And now we're like, okay, we need to really expand our team. I know we're planning on a webinar where we're going to get down to all the details, right? Um,
Mhm.
we'll be sharing that, the date and the time for that, for anybody who is interested on joining this amazing one of a kind venture. Um, what else? Should end it with another question, Randy, because we're kind of
Sure,
closing time.
that's okay.
Um, oh, this is a good one. Was there ever a moment as we are getting started and, really getting down to the details of the budget and how many teams and, pretty much an outline of everything that needs to be done? Because this is creating an airline from the bottom up, right? So this is a big
Yeah.
project, right? And it's long-term
Yes.
vision. This is another thing. Like, we're creating generational wealth. That's the goal here too, right? To create
Mhm.
generational wealth,
Mhm.
create a new experience for flyers, right? But
Mhm.
was there ever a moment where you felt like, I'm in over my head? There's no way this can happen. Was there any moment where you had doubt about this? And if you did, how did you overcome that?
Ooh, yeah, this is a good one. I like it. Many times, many times I've had the doubt of this idea and the ideas following it and the process of it all, the budget. So many times. I can't even count how many times. However, what led me to, I guess, cope with those
Mm,
is um, a mentor that isn't with us anymore, but Steve Jobs is my inspiration. Every now and then I watch Steve Jobs videos and the things he says. And one of the things that really spoke to me is to follow your heart intuition. Paraphrased, he would say something along the lines of somehow they already know what destiny you're essentially going for. And I believe that as an entrepreneur, it's going to take a lot of grit to get to where you want to go. And I'll be honest, I never considered being a CEO or being in business at all because when I was growing up in my young childhood life, I saw how grimy business can be
mm,
and how selfish it can be and how much of a scam things can be as well. And I didn't want any part of it. I didn't think I'd ever want to be a businessman because of these awful, examples. Um, but then something else dawned on me, and I realized that it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. If people had more like-minded mindsets on changing the world for the better. I always go for the philosophy of leaving the world better than when you found it.